Hi, I'm Steve Rowe, CEO at Oaknoll. I'm recording this video the afternoon of Wednesday, October 16th. It will be uploaded and available to you by Friday, October 18th at the very latest. It's been almost a month since I have recorded our weekly update. I want to thank Lindsay Reed for filling in the week that Kim was in Alaska and I was at a conference in California. And to answer the question that Lindsay asked in her video, no, I have never flown first class. I have never been willing to pay the extra money to fly first class. I have started to upgrade my seats a little bit, at least to get to an exit row, so I have a little bit more leg room and it's a bit more comfortable, but I've never spent the money to fly first class personally, and I would never do that when I'm flying for business. So there, Lindsay, you have your answer. We continue to have COVID cases throughout Oaknoll. There are currently 2 residents within the licensed nursing home part of Oaknoll that are COVID positive on different floors. And when somebody in the health center is COVID positive, we have to isolate them for 10 days, which is really a difficult thing to do at that level of care. But that is the current regulation. Somebody in a licensed nursing home has to be isolated for 10 days. We also have 7 COVID positive residents in independent living that I'm aware of right now. They are under different guidelines. So for the rest of us that don't live in a nursing home, we are supposed to isolate for 5 days. And then if your symptoms are improving, you can come out, but please wear a mask for another 5 days. So I am currently aware of a total of 9 COVID cases within the Oaknoll population. No staff members right now that I'm aware of. Thanks to all of you who participated in the flu shot and the COVID vaccine shot clinic a couple of weeks ago. I know that we served a lot of people between the clinics at the different locations. And if you did not get your shots and you're still interested in doing that, just contact your local pharmacy. For most of the pharmacies, you can just walk in and get the shot right there. If you have any concerns about it, you might want to call ahead and just make sure that they can do it at your pharmacy, but the vaccines are widely available, and just go to your local pharmacy to get them. I'm going to provide a quick update on the small house nursing construction. It continues to take shape. We are finally able to see some progress above ground. What you're seeing right now, the biggest tower, it looks almost like an elevator tower, but it's not. It's actually the garage of the small house. And because that is a 1-story building, we need to have a place for residents to go if we have a tornado warning. And where they will go is into the garage, which will be reinforced, and the garage door will theoretically be able to withstand hurricane force winds. So that will be our safe storm shelter for the small house building and the residents and staff who are in there if we get a tornado warning. The weather has been really good for construction. We have not lost any days due to weather issues. They had built in, I think, 2 weeks into the overall schedule for potential weather delays, where it's just too bad to work. But we've been fortunate in that they haven't used any of those days yet. So I think we're still on schedule to be finished with the project sometime in May of 2025. We are planning to be operational in that new building by July 1st of 2025. So it's coming fast, so 7 months away. I have a brief update on the ACT campus exploration that we have been doing. Last Friday, our board president, his name is Tom Bender, and I sat down with Jim Bergman, the developer for that property, and we met in my office and talked about Jim is going through a rezoning process right now with the city of Iowa City, trying to get the property rezoned from office park to multi-use, which would allow senior housing and basically apartments within the building. So that is underway, that rezoning process. process, and we talked about pricing. He also finally delivered the renovation cost estimate that he said that he would provide from the construction firm that he typically uses. That is information that we've been waiting for almost a month now, so it's really helpful to finally have that, because that will allow us to put our financial models together and start to figure out if this is potentially a financially viable project for us, or if we just need to say, it's like, no, that renovation of these buildings, it just isn't going to work. So we finally have that information, and we also talked about wanting to go see some of the work that this construction company has done. So Jim identified 4 buildings that he wanted us to see. One is in West Des Moines, one is in the Chicago area, and 2 are in the Quad Cities. So sometime over the next few weeks, Tom and I are going to do a road trip, and probably 2 road trips, because it'll be hard to get to Des Moines and Chicago in the same day. But we'll go see some of the work that this construction firm has done, so that we can figure out if this is a partnership that we really do want to pursue any further. I also have a proposal from Greystone, which is the consulting firm that I talked about the last time I recorded, and that proposal is for the work that would be done to kind of give this project an independent verification of the financial modeling, the market feasibility, that there actually is a market for this. We absolutely believe that there is, because of the strong wait list that we have, but in order for anybody to loan tens of millions of dollars to do the project, they're going to want to hear from a third party that's like, yeah, it looks like the Iowa City market is good, and it's like, and this is a good organization to pursue that opportunity. So all of that is in the works, and hopefully over the next couple of months, those things will all pull together, and we will be able to tell you about what we are planning to do at that ACT property. So that's what I can tell you right now. I am going to turn it over to Retha Haas now. Retha is our Chief Operating Officer for Independent Living, and she's going to provide an update or 2 for you.
Hi everyone, this is Retha Haas, Chief Operating Officer for Independent Living. Just wanted to give you a few updates. Many of you know I started this position July 1st. And my main goals have been just to really try to learn as much as I can about the various departments, working with the managers, try to get just an even stronger understanding of the various things that they do and some of the challenges that they're facing. So that's been one of my biggest goals, is to try and just know more and get more knowledgeable about all the various departments and everything that's happening around Oaknoll as far as operations. I do have some updates for you. Most of the summer, there have been men working on the roof of Benton and Central Building and over the Hope Dining Room. They are very close to being finished. So that's been a big project, and hopefully now when snow melts and we have heavy rains, which we have not had recently, but when they come, we will hopefully not have any more leaks in our apartments. So once that is completed, then we're going to look very closely and start working more diligently on repairing the windows along the Hope Dining Room and also along the studio. So Greg is working on getting estimates for those, and I don't think that we'll have both of those replaced before winter, but just know that there is a process. And so the first thing was to get that roof repaired so we don't have any more water damage. So the other update we want to give you is on elevator F. We know that that has been a tremendous challenge for many of you. And so what we know right now is that the part is supposed to be here on the 18th, which I believe that's Friday. And then if the part arrives, as we hope it will on Friday, then next week they will hopefully start working on it. All of those are hopes. We're very dependent on if the part arrives or if it gets stuck somewhere in transit. So I'm a firm believer in under promise and over deliver. But if all goes well, we should be having elevator F up and running 2 to 3 weeks. That's our best estimate. I wish I could give you a certain day of the week to say it's going to be running, but we just can't do that. We are definitely aware of how painful it's been for you, and so we are doing our utmost to get it up and running for you as soon as possible. So those are the updates I have for you. It's a pleasure seeing you, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks very much.